What's up, Fade Family? Jarvis Guy and the Voyager SYT here, and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Gordon, the big engine from Thomas and Friends All Engines Go. Now, this is a Fisher-Price die-cast metal engine. If you've seen some of my previous reviews, you already know that I think these are of very high quality. These are very well made. I'm not the biggest fan of Thomas and Friends or the All Engines Go sub-franchise, but I can definitely respect the level of build quality that you see in these things. These are honestly above quite a few Hot Wheels that you see. You know, I mean, it's not it's not better than Matchbox or anything, but these are still very well made and very durable, which is good for playability because hey, these are toys made for kids. In spite of the fact that you have adults with way too much disposable income that just go out and buy these things, as you can clearly see here, I'm one of those adults with way too much disposable income. So that's nice. All right, so without further ado, let's just open this baby up and see what it's all about. Actually, kind of excited to see the tender since I don't have one of those yet, but yeah, let's take a look. All right. Here we go. That was probably the easiest case to open. Yeah. Let's throw this to the side. All right, and here we are. This is Gordon the Big Engine from Thomas and Friends All Engines Go. Now, as you guys could probably tell, I'm not a fan of All Engines Go. I think it's genuinely a terrible series. But I do know a bit about the series and a bit about the changes they made from the original show. And from what I can tell, in All Engines Go, Gordon is a very different character than he was in the original model and CGI series. I think they made him like a grandfatherly figure instead of like an adversarial figure towards Thomas. I don't know. I think that was a strange move to go in, but that's the direction that they decided to take. And I don't watch the show, and so I don't really care. But you know, like I was saying, the build quality on all these Fisher-Price metal engines is fantastic. You know, I'm not a big fan of Thomas and Friends. I think it's a franchise for babies and adults with too much disposable income. but you know, I can definitely respect the build quality. You know, they did a good job with this. You know, these are toys that are gonna last you for generations. And looking at the actual Gordon model itself, I mean, this is fairly well done. It's not accurate to how trains are like at all. You know, I think even some of the old Trackmaster Thomas's tank engine sets were more faithful to how steam engines actually looked. But I think, you know, this does a serviceable job of, okay, you can tell it looks like a train, but it doesn't look like the character or the actual real life inspiration for Gordon, which was, I think, some sort of A1 engine. Either way, when you look at the whole package together, personally speaking, I think this is a terrible value, and I only really bought this to review on the show. But I think if you're really into All Engines Go, and All Engines Go specifically, if you like just general Thomas merchandise, I'm not entirely sure that you're going to find much enjoyment out of this. But if you're a fan of that terrible fucking baby sub-series, then I think you're going to quite enjoy this, you know? I don't get it, but hey, it's your pejorative to buy this, and I think there definitely is a market for metal engines like this, you know? It's not even worth buying just for the build quality. So yeah, in terms of direct specific recommendations, if you see this in the store, then honestly, to the general diecast buying public, I wouldn't really recommend this because this is $8 or $9. And if you go to eBay, it's probably going to be more expensive because other people probably paid a very similar amount. So I genuinely don't think this is worth it unless, you know, you fall into the aforementioned categories of you really like All Engines Go. And, you know, really you should be spending your money on a psychiatrist. But, you know, if you feel that's a bad investment, then just go ahead and waste your fucking money and buy this because, you know, clearly all hope may be lost for you. But yeah, I think that's basically all I have to say about this. I've really just been trying to stretch out this review for as long as I can, but I just don't have anything interesting to say about this. Everything that I think about the metal engines from Fisher-Price like this, I've already said in my Kana, Percy, and Thomas reviews, and it's just getting harder and harder to find things to say about this because I really just don't care, you know. Trying to be more positive, but it's also hard to hide the fact that I just don't care about what I'm reviewing here. Yeah, either way, that'll wrap up my review of Gordon the Big Engine from Thomas and Friends All Engines Go, specifically the Fisher Price metal engine variant. As always, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more Diecast content. And until next time, giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.